this is Ryan Wolfson. Welcome to the Sports Jawn. Like every Tuesday in the fall, we go over the players I think you should add to your fantasy football rosters that are available in more than 66% of leagues. So let's just get right into it. First guy I think that everyone should be adding, if you have a waiver claim or a fab money, put it in. Trey Benson, running back, Arizona Cardinals, was one of the best running backs coming out of not this year's past draft class, the year before. As a third-round rookie last year, he saw bits and pieces due to an injury. They said coming into the season it was going to be 1A, 1B with James Conner and him. Through the first 3 weeks, it was very similar, where Conner was the main back, but it was 1A, 1B. Conner just went down with a season-ending injury, which means that Trey Benson will handle majority of the workload. You will probably see a Mario DiMarco handle on passing downs or passing situations. But with James Conner out for the rest of the year, I do expect Benson to basically be an every down back. With Benson's carries through 3 games plus Conner's, that would be about 17 carries a game, which is not much less than what Benson has had through 3 games, which he's gained 125 yards on 21 carries. I expect his workload and numbers to be similar to what basically Travis Etienne has been so far this year, and Etienne has been the running back 7 so far this season. If Benson is healthy, I do expect him to be a top 15 running back the rest of the year, and this doesn't happen often where you'll get a player, especially at the running back position, available on waivers. So that's why I said earlier, put your waiver claim in, put all your money, as much money or all your money in to get this guy. Next position I want to talk about is tight ends. There's 2 that I want to talk about in particular. The one I really want to talk about is Hunter Henry from the New England Patriots. 5 of the 7 previous seasons he played, he was a top 15 tight end, but he never finished higher than 9. So he doesn't have a high ceiling, but has a solid floor. This year he's been a top 3 tight end on the season and has been the number 1 fantasy player on the Patriots outside of Drake May, the quarterback. He's a must-add and probably a must-start at tight end until you see otherwise. He should post another top 15 season again this year, but maybe he finally beats his previous high of being the 9th best tight end, and maybe he gets a little bit higher. Next tight end I want to talk about, I think he's going to be in that similar range. I just don't know if he'll break out like Hunter Henry has, because Hunter Henry has been more consistent throughout his career. Granted, he's played longer. Is Bretton Strange from the Jacksonville Jaguars. So far this season, he has 13 catches on 16 targets for 137 yards. He does have no touchdowns, but Jacksonville's passing game so far has struggled. If you know that, you have Brian Thomas or Travis Hunter. With his consistency when given the opportunity, plus at a position like tight end, he should be a safe play at tight end each week. But I expect him to probably be somewhere between the 10th and 15th best tight end on the season. Next 3 players I want to talk about are wide receivers. Don't want to talk about any quarterbacks this week because to me, unless you need a quarterback for like 1 week, a guy like Tyrod Taylor or Marcus Mariota, who still might start again this week, it's really no one worth adding. You could add Jackson Dart if you want. The problem with him is that probably the next 6 or 8 weeks, he's got a brutal schedule, and over that 6 or 8 weeks, he'll probably be a bottom 10 quarterback, but down the stretch, he'll probably be something. So, sorry to get sidetracked, but let me get back into the wide receivers. Talk about is Tyquan Thornton, Kansas City Chiefs. Who has the most fantasy points on the Chiefs, not named Patrick Mahomes, so far this season? Oh wait, it's Tyquan Thornton. He's played 70% or more of the snaps in every game this season, and he's had 2 straight games of 50-plus yards and a touchdown. Some might be afraid that his production might drop once Worthy and Rice come back, and maybe that's true. But I also know this to be true. Thornton is there now. He's currently developing rapport with Patrick Mahomes. He was a second-round pick out of LSU, which means he was highly recruited, and he was highly drafted. And the Chiefs have come out multiple times and emphasized this offseason. They want to throw the ball down the field unlike they have the previous 2 seasons. Thornton is their deep threat. It's not Worthy. It's not Rice. So, you add him, in my opinion, right now, and you address the what-ifs if they come. So far, Tyquan Thornton has been a top 25 wide receiver on the season, and he has Patrick Mahomes as his quarterback and Andy Reid as his play caller. The next receiver I want to talk about is rookie Alik Iomanor from the Tennessee Titans. He's currently second on the team in snaps, targets, and catches. He's third on the team in yards, but he's first on the team in touchdowns. The rookie so far seems to be Cam Ward's favorite option and is a top 35 wide receiver on the season. And I don't see a reason why he can't be that way the rest of the year. He seems to be the pass catcher that you want to roster, not Calvin Ridley or Tyler Lockett on the Tennessee Titans. And they've had a hard schedule so far, so it should get a little bit easier as they move forward, which means you might see some bigger games from Iomanor moving forward. The last guy, and I really don't want to talk about him because I don't necessarily think he's going to continue this, is Trey Tucker. And I have to say this because through 3 weeks, he's a top 3 wide receiver on the season. And he's the number 1 scoring player, including Geno Smith on the Raiders. He's also seen over 90% of the snaps in every game. The scoring has been a little inflated due to his 4 touchdowns, 3 which came last week. In 2 of the 3 games, he's had less than 3 catches and 55 yards. I'm not buying the hype, and he's not someone I'm really interested in adding despite his production. So that is the players that I would add this week for your waivers. Hope this helps you moving forward, especially this week with your fantasy football team. I'm Ryan Wolfson. This is the Sports Jar.